Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're trying to find a shortcut, really. A shortcut through all the noise of long-term financial planning.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to dive into a tool, an app, that promises something I think almost every homeowner wants. A way to pay down that massive debt faster, but, and this is the key, without making huge, painful sacrifices right now.
That's exactly it. For anyone in the UK with a mortgage, it's the biggest financial weight they'll probably ever carry.
Right.
So today we're really getting into how this app, Brive Mortgage Free Faster, actually works under the hood. Its mission is, well, it's beautifully simple.
Which is?
To use tech to help you make these small, regular overpayments automatically. The goal is to save you thousands in interest and just get you mortgage-free years earlier.
You know, when people hear aggressive debt reduction, I think they immediately picture eating beans on toast for 6 months straight.
Yeah, the drastic cuts.
But the financial math doesn't really back that up, does it? It's the consistency, the compounding that's way more powerful than these huge sporadic sacrifices.
Absolutely. The real power is in the small, the incremental, and crucially, the automated payments that just chip away at that principal balance.
Because every single pound you pay off early.
Right. It means you're charged interest on a smaller amount of debt for the rest of the loan.
Mm-hmm.
This tech is basically designed to get rid of the human problem, the forgetting and the inertia, the guesswork. It just replaces it with this relentless, optimized consistency.
Okay, so that's the challenge then, consistency. And finding that spare cash to begin with.
Yeah.
How does this platform actually do that without you having to track every single coffee you buy?
Well, that brings us to the brain of the whole thing.
The AI engine.
The AI engine. It's an auto-saving feature, and it's powered by artificial intelligence that analyzes your spending. It is so much more sophisticated than just, grabbing a fixed amount from your bank account on payday.
Which is where things usually go wrong, right? That fixed amount.
Oh, wait.
You set it too high, you risk an overdraft. You set it too low, and you're not really making a dent. So how does the AI find that sweet spot?
It's all about personalization through data. So when you connect your main bank account, the AI starts to learn your patterns.
The financial rhythm.
Your financial rhythm, exactly.
Yeah.
It sees your income, your fixed bills, and then all that variable discretionary spending.
Now, I know as soon as people hear AI analyzing my spending, the first questions are going to be about control and privacy. We have to be really clear about the guardrails here.
A crucial point.
Yeah.
And the app is built around this. So while the AI is analyzing the data, you, the homeowner, you have complete control.
Oh.
You set your own guardrails, you establish a strict minimum and a maximum monthly savings limit. So if you say the max is, I don't know, 300 pounds,
Right.
the app can never, ever go over that. It doesn't matter how much spare cash the AI thinks you have. That just removes the fear of some huge unexpected withdrawal.
So the algorithm is basically playing in a sandbox that you defined. What's it doing inside that sandbox? How does it even define spare cash?
It's looking for deviations from the norm in your spending. So if the AI sees a month where, say, you spent way less on eating out or you put off buying that new gadget,
It sees a surplus.
it sees a surplus, it recognizes that cash is just sitting there, idle, and then the algorithm automatically sets aside an optimized amount somewhere within that min-max range you set.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting for me.
Mhm.
What if I have a terrible month financially? The boiler breaks, or I book a holiday and my spending just goes through the roof. Does the AI still try to pull out the maximum?
No, and that is the whole point of the optimization. It's designed to not punish you for, life happening.
Mm-hmm.
If you spent more than usual that month, the AI sees that financial strain and it will pull back. It'll probably aim for the minimum you set, or maybe even zero for that month.
That doesn't compromise your immediate stability.
Never. But on the flip side, if you have a really frugal month, the app seizes that opportunity and puts aside a larger amount, still staying under your maximum, of course.
That dynamic adjustment, that's what makes it sustainable. It stops it from feeling like a rigid, punishing budget and more like an opportunistic partner. It's finding the money you didn't even realize you had.
Precisely. It's passive optimization. It's not active, stressful budgeting. And when you do that month after month, the cumulative effect of those small automated payments, well, it creates some serious momentum.
Okay, so that's how the app finds money in your existing account.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the feature that I think is the real aha moment for a lot of
Right.
people. The part that turns your everyday spending into a contribution.
We're talking about the cash rewards on shopping feature.
Yes.
This is where the app gets really clever. It
Hmm.
integrates your lifestyle spending with your long-term debt goals. It's not like other cashback systems where the money just disappears into a general fund.
Or you have to go through some complicated process to redeem it. So explain the mechanism. I buy something and my mortgage gets smaller. How does that work?
You're earning cash back when you shop with participating UK retailers through the app.
Hmm.
And the rewards can be pretty substantial. The source material says up to 15% cash back at some brands.
15%. That's a lot.
It is. This isn't just pocket change. This is leveraged money you're earning on purchases you were probably going to make anyway.
Okay, but let's be realistic. 15% is probably a special offer. For the average person on the big platforms, are we talking more like 1 or 2%? Or are these high rates common enough to actually make a difference?
That's a fair question. And while the 15% offers are, they're there for specific deals, the real power comes from the breadth of the retailers involved.
The everyday ones.
The everyday ones. We're talking about places you use every week. The sources specifically call out Amazon, major UK supermarkets, Deliveroo. So even if you're getting a consistent 3, 4, 5% cash back on your weekly grocery shop, when that's automatically sent to pay down your mortgage, it adds up incredibly fast over a year.
And the crucial part is that the money is ring-fenced, right? It doesn't just land in your current account where you might accidentally spend it on something else.
Exactly. The money you earn through Shop with Sprive goes straight into your dedicated Sprive account. It sits there, specifically earmarked for your next mortgage overpayment. It completely bypasses your general spending fund.
Okay, so we've got the money the AI has found, we've got the money earned from shopping, and it's all building up in this separate account. But that brings us to the final and maybe the biggest psychological hurdle, actually making the payment.
Financial inertia. It's a powerful thing.
It's huge. If sending that money to the lender is some complex 5-step process with logins and reference numbers, people will just put it off forever.
And you've just hit on why the execution has to be so simple. The app tackles this friction head-on with its one-tap overpayments feature. The whole goal is to make that final step as effortless as possible.
One tap. How does it actually do that? How does it boil all that complexity down?
So once the funds are in your Sprive account, the app handles all the necessary security and information exchange with your mortgage lender in the background. When you're ready, you just approve the payment inside the app.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. The money is sent directly to your lender as an overpayment. But the key thing is you must approve the transaction. The app sets it all up, but you have the final say.
That approval step is so important. It keeps you in control, prevents any unauthorized payments, but it still kills that whole manual process of logging into your online banking portal, which is where everyone gives up.
It is. It just gives you that one moment to pause, check the amount, and say, yes, I want to send this £250 toward my principal this month. But without all the hassle, it's the perfect balance of automation and, informed consent.
So we've covered how the app finds the money, earns more money, and then sends it. Let's talk about motivation. Because any long-term goal is hard to stick with when the reward feels so far away. How does it keep you engaged?
This is where the visualization tools are just essential. Under this banner of progress tracking and insights, the app gives you these really high-impact metrics that show you the tangible benefit of every single overpayment you make.
What are the big ones? What are the most powerful metrics it shows you? Because just seeing a slightly smaller balance isn't all that exciting.
No, you're right. It focuses on 3 critical, I would say, behavior-changing metrics.
Yeah.
First, it tracks your total overpayment progress, so the cumulative amount you've paid down early.
Okay.
Second, and this one is incredibly motivating, it gives you a dynamic estimate of your new projected mortgage-free date.
That's the one.
It shows you, in real time, how many months or even years you're literally shaving off your loan.
Seeing that date actually move closer.
Yeah,
That's the real emotional payoff, isn't it? Not just the money you saved this week.
absolutely. And the third metric is the big one. The calculation of how much interest you're on track to save over the entire life of the loan.
Right.
When you realize that these little £50 payments are adding up to tens of thousands of pounds in saved interest over 20 years, the motivation just reinforces itself.
That focus on saved interest is the real strategic prize. But I also saw the source material mentions support beyond just the current loan. It talks about long-term insights, specifically around remortgaging.
This is a huge value add. This is what moves the app from just being an accelerator to being a long-term strategic advisor. It actively monitors your loan-to-value ratio, your LTV.
Okay, why is LTV so critical if I'm already overpaying aggressively?
Because LTV thresholds are where you unlock major savings on your interest rate. As you pay down your principal faster, your LTV drops. And lenders tier their interest rates based on risk. Those rates get significantly better when you cross key thresholds, 90%, 85%, 80%, and the really big one, 75% LTV.
So if my consistent overpayments push my LTV from, say, 80.5% down to 79.9%, suddenly I'm eligible for a whole new, much cheaper set of mortgage deals.
Precisely. And that drop in your interest rate from hitting a new LTV band can often save you more in 1 year than all your small overpayments combined.
Wow.
So the app tracks this for you and gives you remortgage insights. It basically flags the perfect time to switch lenders or products to maximize your savings. You're optimizing both your principal reduction and your interest rate at the same time. That's actually really sophisticated.
It's not just solving today's budgeting problem. It's looking ahead to solve the problem of future rate negotiations. So for the UK homeowner listening to this thinking, okay, I want to try this, let's just run through the actual steps. How do you get this system up and running?
It's a really straightforward 5-step process.
Lay it out for us.
Okay, step 1. You download the app, create your account. Step 2, and this is the critical one, you securely connect your main bank account.
Which is how it gets your mortgage details and starts learning your spending.
Exactly. That's what feeds the AI. Step 3, you set your boundaries. You put in your monthly minimum and maximum limits for the auto saving. That's the human control part.
Okay.
4th, you just start saving and earning. This happens passively through the auto saving and more actively when you use the Shop with Sprive feature to get that cash back.
And the final step to complete the loop.
Step 5, once the money is in your Sprive account, you use that one-tap feature to approve the payment. It gets sent straight to your mortgage lender. Control stays with you, but all the friction is gone.
So if we pull this all together, what we're looking at is a system that uses AI to spot spare cash. You wouldn't even notice. It turns your regular shopping into debt reduction fuel, and then it automates the entire payment process down to a single tap.
Yeah. It's technology turning consistency and spare change into potentially tens of thousands in long-term savings. It's a really profound shift in personal finance.
It seems just a very sophisticated understanding of behavioral economics. Making the right financial choice the path of least resistance.
That's it.
And that idea, that deep integration between lifestyle spending and automated debt reduction, leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought to end on. If AI can now analyze our spending patterns so well that it can automatically optimize savings for a massive goal like a mortgage, what does the future of this kind of algorithmic financial management look like?
That's the core question, isn't it? If we're now partnering with algorithms to balance our immediate wants against our huge multi-decade financial goals, where does this kind of machine optimization go next?
You mean for other things?
Yeah. Will we see similar systems for investing? For student loans? For retirement planning? Could our entire financial life become one dynamically adjusted, constantly optimized ecosystem?
Something to think about as you watch that mortgage-free date get closer and closer. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. We hope this gave you a strategic shortcut to becoming well-informed.